Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to go ahead and take you through your notes via this video. The first thing I am going to do is read off your homework answers from last night. I will check in those homework answers when I return tomorrow. Okay, so go ahead and just check your answers, and then I'll answer any questions that you might have when I return tomorrow. So I'm on page 525. Number 32 should be 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 34 is 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 36 is 208.4 degrees Fahrenheit. And number 38 is 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 40, 30 degrees Celsius. Number 42, 10 degrees Celsius. 44 is 32.2 degrees Celsius. 46 is negative 10 degrees Celsius. 48 is 246.1 degrees Celsius, and number 50 should be negative 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, so those are your homework answers from Monday night's homework. So today we are going to do our last day of notes, which means on Wednesday you will have review and Thursday will be your test. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. We are going to be doing some comparisons today. So I have number 1, which is more economical. Now, hopefully you know that when I ask you about which is more economical, that means which is more cost effective, which is basically cheaper. Okay, which is more economical? Purchasing the economy size of a detergent at 300 kilograms for $3.15, or purchasing the regular size at 720 grams for 60 cents. So the first thing that I notice is these two things are in two different units. I have grams and kilograms. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use King Henry and turn kilograms into grams. Now remember King Henry. Right now, we're in kilograms, which is here, and we want to go to grams, which is here. So I need to move 1, 2, 3 to the right. If I move this decimal point 3 to the right, it will be 3,000 grams. Okay. So if I'm going to figure out which one is more cost effective, I need to figure out how much I'm actually paying for each individual gram. So for the 3,000 grams, if I take $3.15 and I divide it by 3,000, that's going to tell me how much I pay for each individual gram. And when you do this on your calculator, you should get that. Now the other size, I am paying 60 cents divided by the 720 grams that I get there, and that tells me that it costs me that per gram. So which one is actually cheaper? Well, the one with a lower price, which would be this. It would be more economical or cheaper to buy the smaller size for 60 cents. For each kilogram of a person's weight, 2.5 milligrams of a drug is to be given. What dosage should be given to a child who weighs 80 pounds? Remember, a pound is approximately 0.45 kilograms. So it says for each kilogram, which means if I have a child that's 80 pounds, the first thing I need to do is convert that. And they told me here that for every 1 pound, it is 0.45 kilograms. So if I go ahead and make that conversion, this is 36 kilograms that this child weighs. And for every kilogram, you're supposed to get 2.5 milligrams of the drug. So I am going to go ahead and multiply this by 2.5, and that tells me that this child should be receiving 90 milligrams as a dosage for whatever this prescription is that is being given. The label on a bottle of Emetrol reads, each milliliter teaspoon contains glucose, levulose, and phosphoric acid. Find the amount of phosphoric acid in the recommended dosage of 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons. So if you look, this says each 5 milliliter teaspoon. Okay, well, this is asking me for 2 teaspoons. Okay, so how much phosphoric acid is in 1 teaspoon? There is 21.5 in 1 teaspoon, and this is telling me I need 2 teaspoons. How much phosphoric acid would that be? That would be 43 grams. Okay, they're telling me the bottle contains 4 ounces of the quantity of phosphoric acid in the bottle. It says, if the bottle contains 4 ounces, find the quantity of phosphoric acid in the bottle. Well, I don't know how many ounces in the bottle, but I do know that 1 ounce is approximately 30 milliliters. Okay, so if I have 4 ounces, I need to go ahead and turn these ounces into milliliters so I can go ahead and do my math here. So if I have 4 ounces, and I'm going to turn that into milliliters. Over there in parentheses, it shows me that 1 ounce is 30 milliliters. So if I go ahead and multiply that, this tells me that there is 120 milliliters in that bottle. Well, I want to know how much of it is phosphoric acid. Well, they know from up here that each 5 milliliter teaspoon. So if I go ahead and divide this by 5, that will tell me how many doses would be in there. And that gives me 24. Well, if I have 24 doses up in the directions, it tells me that each dose has that much phosphoric acid. So I'm going to take and multiply that. And that tells me that all together, there are 516 milligrams of phosphoric acid in that bottle. Biggest key here, folks, is making sure you have the right unit of measure. Okay, let's go back and let's do some temperature here. Which location is warmer and by how many degrees Celsius? Okay, so I need to go ahead and I need to turn my degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius. And you have a formula for that we used yesterday. And when you go ahead and figure this, Berbera, Somalia is 30.1 degrees Celsius. So, which one is warmer? Well, this one would be warmer right here, and it looks like by about 0.2 degrees Celsius. Okay, let's try one more of those. Which location is now colder? Okay, notice both of these are in Antarctica, and they already are. The first one already is in Celsius, and I actually have a typo here. This is actually also in Fahrenheit, which means I need to convert this. So you have a conversion. And in degrees Celsius, we would have that. So which one is colder? This one would be colder, and by 7.7 degrees Celsius. Remember, I'm just subtracting those to figure out which one is colder. Okay, finally, I would ask you to please open up your book, and you can go ahead and pause this if you need to while you get your books out. I'm looking at page 527, and I'm going to answer numbers 90 to 93. You are asked to ask yourself, does it make sense or does not make sense? So number 90. When I played high school basketball, I weighed 250 kilograms. That does not make sense. Kilograms are more than pounds, so I would not think a basketball player in high school would weigh 250 kilograms. Number 91. It is not realistic to convert 500 milligrams to grams because its measurement should not involve fractional units. So what do you think about that? Could I change 500 milligrams to grams? What are your thoughts? Are you actually thinking about it, or are you just having me read you the answers? I would say number 91 does not make sense. If you're going to convert that, you're just going to be using King Henry. Okay, so we would not be making fractional units there. Number 92, both the English system and metric system enable me to easily see relationships among volume, capacity, and weight. Well, I don't know about you, but the English system that we use does not have any rhyme or reason to it. Okay, all the conversions involve different numbers. The metric system, on the other hand, all we're doing is moving decimal places using King Henry. So I don't think the English system is easy to see relationships. That does not make sense. Number 93, a comfortable classroom temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Now, you probably don't really know what 20 degrees Celsius is. So if I were you, I would convert that. You have a conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit. When you convert that, does that make sense for a classroom temperature? Now, typically people keep their rooms and whatnot anywhere from like 65 would be chilly. We set our house at 68 degrees. Some people like their houses as warm as like 73, 75 degrees. So convert that and you will see that that does make sense. Okay, those are your notes for today. Your homework is here. And I will check in this homework as well as last night's homework when I return tomorrow. Again, remember tomorrow you will have a review assignment and then your test will be on Thursday. Now remember, some of you didn't do so hot on the last test that we took. So this test will probably need to help that grade come up a little bit. All right, have a great day, folks, and I'll see you tomorrow.